How much is your life worth? Have you ever thought about it? Is there an exact formula that estimates your worth? Come on, let's play a game. Indulge me for a moment, give in to this idea for a bit, and think about how much will you earn in your lifetime? How many lives will you change? How many lives will you touch? How to quantify all of that? Depressing, right? Or maybe inspiring to some. Tell me, what's your true value? Join me on this thought-provoking read, and let's discover the manga I sold my life for 10,000 yen a year. That roughly translates at the time of this manga to $100 a year. But now, that's even less. It's about $70 a year. Let's have a moment of silence for the Japanese yen. I Sold My Life for 10,000 yen a year is a short and simple manga to read, containing only 3 volumes. But don't let this brief number of pages fool you. It is deeper and richer than anyone would expect.
That's what she said!
Adapted by the artist Shouishi Taguchi from Sugaru Miyagi's novel 3 Days of Happiness. The story is set in Japan. It follows the life of 20-year-old Kusunaki who just graduated from university but finds himself at a desperate crossroads. With no remarkable skills and a meager part-time job, no relationships, no close relative that cares about him, no friends, and no social life or skills. He is pushed to the edge. As desperation continues to overwhelm him, he decides to take a drastic measure, and as you guessed it from the title, he decides to sell his remaining lifespan. The narrative focuses on his story and interactions, reflected in the simplistic art style that highlight elements that directly related to Kusunaki. This approach is effective at conveying his internal struggles and the story's theme. Usually, the art in a manga and the extent to which it enhances the mangaka's vision play a crucial role in which manga I choose to read. But surprisingly, while reading this for the first time, I did not care about how simplistic the art it can be. That shows the importance and the impact of the story, dialogue, and the flow of the events. Its brief 16 chapters provide significant character development, offering a mirror to our own lives and the choices we make. It's a must-read for those seeking an emotionally and intellectually stimulating story. The next part will contain some spoiler. You have been warned. Kusunaki's tale takes an unexpected turn when he agrees to sell his life for merely 300,000 yen, leaving himself only 3 months to live. He is accompanied by Miyagi, a mysterious observer invisible only to him. Her purpose is only documenting his final days and making sure he doesn't do anything stupid. At first, she starts as a mysterious cold character that hangs in the background and invisibly stays in the corner taking note. But slowly, you can see her approaching to the main stage, and this transition can be seen in the art and in the story itself. The time that Kusunaki and Miyagi spend together blossoms into a beautiful love story, revealing layers of both characters. As Kusunaki's story unfolds, it reveals others: his childhood friend Himeno, some friend from his university, and even some people in the tiny town that he lives in. The story progresses, and Kusunaki's interaction with Miyagi bring clarity to the once vague background character, mirroring his growing connection to this world. However, this change leads to ridicule from those who can't see Miyagi, believing her to be our main character's imaginary friend. Kusunaki do not pay attention to this, and his persistence to act with absolute care and love toward Miyagi, ignoring anyone who mocks him, magically turns all these people who mocked him into believer in Miyagi, even if they cannot see her. It's funny really. In shonen manga, the power of nakama, or friendship, can defeat villains and power up main characters, but in this manga, the power of love can render anyone who is invisible, visible. This is a nuance to Kusunaki's life. In fact, before meeting Miyagi, no one actually paid attention to him. He was invisible to almost everyone, lonely in this world. But Miyagi's invisible presence is what made him visible. When we the readers and Kusunaki discover that, like him, Miyagi sold their time to this mysterious organization, only then he decides to sell his remaining 3 months, or what's left of them, to free Miyagi from her debt and buy her time back. This development results in her departure as his observer, leading to a period of separation between them. The emotional climax of this event is truly bitter and sad. In fact, it brings profound sorrow to Kusunaki and everyone surrounding him. This beautifully illustrates the universality of a human emotion. But this will only last for a moment, as Miyagi is back after she sold her lifespan as well, leaving her with only 3 days, just like Kusunaki. They decide to spend the remaining 3 days together, as they both realize that those 3 days are worth more than a lifetime of loneliness. I Sold My Life for 10,000 yen a year is rich in subtle details and nuanced stories. To fully appreciate its depth, I recommend reading it yourself. There is much more to discover than words can convey. In conclusion, this manga is a beautifully crafted story that lingers with you. It truly stays with you. Its unique premise and emotional depth, combined with simplistic yet charming characters, makes it stand out. As always, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, subscribe for more manga recommendations. Bye.